Peace, brothers and sisters. This is Dr. Siddiqui Chebaye once again, and I would like to thank you, as usual, to bless me to be able to enter into your home and to share with you the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that I have been blessed with by the Creator in honor of the ancestors. Today's topic, this is a new year, a new day in a new way, and Happy New You. So we have to go into the new year with a different attitude, with a different level, a different determination. And I'd like to share with you today on the topic of faith. Faith. So first of all, as usual, I like to get into the etymology of these words, these terms that we use so loosely and really uh, don't even know the deep meaning of it, the original meaning. But faith is the complete belief in someone or something. Now, that someone and something should be yourself. Everything starts with self, and everything ends with self. So, not only is this a complete belief in something or yourself, it's also a strong belief in God or a doctrine of a religion based. We always have to have a base, but all of it is based on the apprehension, the spiritual apprehension, other than proof. Now, a lot of times we don't have to see proof, but when you are operating based on spiritual apprehension, that means that spiritual apprehension means spiritual understanding. Remember what the Creator and Solomon, the relationship that they had? Solomon was the most wise, but he said, above all thy getting, get understanding. And understanding is two words, under and stand. Once you know what's under what is standing, then you know the thing. It's just like a tree. Once you know what's under what is standing, which is the roots, then you understand the tree. We used to be root people. We used to be deep divers. Now we are surface divers and we are shallow or rooted. That's why the wind or some idiot or some stupid person come by and they can uproot you by getting you all mad and upset and taking you off your square. We can't allow that to happen. So let's understand that we are the original people. God blessed us with the right to be the guardians and the stewards of everything that He created. So it ain't nothing until you call it, so be careful what you call it. But we must understand these terms and words that we use loosely. Faith. That means, a belief, a spiritual apprehension. That's the base of everything is your spiritual apprehension, your spiritual understanding, rather than proof. Because, everything else could be deceiving. Now, let's look at what this system has done to us as far as, what faith is all about. Now, when you look at Kwanzaa, faith is the seventh day of Kwanzaa, which is Imani, faith. Now, all 7 days of Kwanzaa, it operates on a principle, and these are universal principles. And the first principle is umoja, unity. The second one is kujichagulia, self-determination. The third one, Ujima, collective work and responsibility. The fourth one is Ujamaa, cooperative economics. The fifth one is Nia, fate, purpose. The sixth one is Kuumba, creativity. And the seventh one is Imani, faith. So you go into the new year, January the 1st, with Imani, faith. Now, these are universal principles. How come the pimps in the pulpit don't teach us that? Those are universal principles, not a religion. But they don't want you to know. They don't want you to be an independent thinker. They want you to look up to them as God. When in fact they have sold their souls to be a non-profit status so they can do what they want with the money. So most of them are nothing but capitalists. And then they punish you with this Jesus thing. If you don't do what I tell you, Jesus gonna get you. Whatever. Don't go for the okie doke, family. You got more sick and confused people in those buildings than anywhere. What kind of God is that? We got to understand that we've been played. We've been bamboozled. We've been pimped. Be careful with that. They're pimping us to control us. And the control is really your pockets. But my thing is, if I can control your mind, everything else comes along with it. I'm just telling you like it is. A lot of people are scared to tell the truth because they want to be popular. They scared that they're going to be hated and, so-and-so don't like me no more. I don't care. My thing is this. We have to honor and represent the ancestors because they operated on spiritual apprehension, spiritual understanding. That's why when you come in front of them, they automatically know something about you. It's like a female coming in front of you. Child, you pregnant? No, I'm not. They know right away because everything is based on energy. They are deeper than just human. I'm only human. Really? This body is human. But what's in this body is your spiritual apprehension, your spiritual understanding, your reality. We are 98% mental and spiritual, but 2% physical. But we deal 98% with our 2%. We have to understand we've been flipped upside down. Our souls have been tampered with. And we have to come together and reclaim our soul, reclaim our reality as a child of God. So if I'm a child of God, I am a God. There's no spookiness about that. Let's get real. Let's raise our consciousness to a level that we have never done before. That's what you call transformation. When I was a child, I spoke as a child. I act like a child. But when I became a man, a mind, I put away childish things and became a thinker. We need to do more studying to show our self-approval and lean not to our own misunderstanding, but rightly dividing the word of truth. This is our obligation, responsibility as individuals. And then once you get that, that's balance. Once you get your balance, then you join your balance with other balanced people. That's power. And most people don't want us to have that power. Because now they can't manipulate you. They can't control you. They can't deceive you. They can't pimp you. These pimps in the pulpit, why don't they embrace the universal principles of Kwanzaa, which is something of ours? Nobody questions the Jews in Hanukkah. Nobody questions the Mexicans when they have Cinco de Mayo. Nobody questions the Irish when they have St. Patrick's Day. But every time we have something, everybody is in an uproar now, even us. That's what you call some deep-seated hate. 500 years is 25 generations. It's a wonder any of us can think. But those who can, we are the ones who's hated and despised. You don't know what you're talking about. So they're not willing to go the extra mile within themselves and study. I've heard people, they go to these churches and these synagogues and these mosques and all of that. They come out of there, and I said, hey, listen, what was the topic on today? The first thing they say, I don't know, but I know I feel good. What? You feel good? What are you learning? Learning is all that matters. We understand that when it comes to the system, to get to the first grade to the second grade, you better learn. So why don't we take it upon ourselves and go there without somebody telling us what to do, like we are children? And the reason why is because we have disconnected with the ancestors, the ones who the Creator, our Creator, has blessed with the blueprint of life to lead, guide, direct, and protect us. But when you disconnect from that, you are vulnerable. And when you go to these churches, who's the most vulnerable ones? The females, because of their emotional nature. They zero in on them. They the ones, praise the Lord, praise Jesus, Lord, and falling all over the place and talking in tongue. Talking in tongue, no, they just lost themselves. Well, God knows what I'm saying. Well, if you don't know what you're saying, how does God know what you're saying? I'm just telling you the truth. And I know learning can be painful. Hearing something different than what you know can be painful. But we are willing to go along with it when it's a requirement of the system to get this piece of paper that we call a degree or a diploma. And all they do is an indication that you have completed their program. And now you qualify to get a job. Are you for real? That's slavery. That's why God bless the child who got his own. Learn what talents and abilities you have and market that. And stop being a slave. I got a good job. Well, how good is it today with what's going on? Even white folks complaining now. I got to stand in these lines to even get food for my children. You forgot to prepare. Preparation is the key to everything. Remember, we used to say, hey, put away money in the storehouse because you always have to have reserve. You never know because a rainy day might be coming. So we have to prepare for all those things, family. We can't be taking things for granted like the enemy. This American dream right now, everybody is witnessing that it's an American nightmare. This is unbelievable what's going on today. But guess what? There's nothing new. When you read the scriptures, it's the same thing. Same thing. What goes around comes around. Everything comes in cycles. So we must prepare when things are so-called good. Put away things in the storehouse so when the rough times come, you still have enough to maintain your balance and to have enough to share with your brother and your sister. This is the key to it all. Do not go for the okie doke, these chilling, eating, sweating, spitting all over the place kind of guys up in the pulpit. All they are is actors and actresses to play on your feelings. They're supposed to be teaching you to be an independent thinker, not going along with their garbage. God said that, yeah, you can eat pork and all that stuff when we was in the desert, when we was slaves. But when you come out of it, go back to your natural ways. But no, we got hooked on it. We addicted, and then we justify it. And the punishment is that we are losing our children. But we keep blaming the children. We keep blaming the effect instead of dealing with the cause. We have to stop playing. and man up and woman up and mind up. So we have to understand what faith is, and faith is personal. And we have to understand that the purpose of experiences, the purpose of struggle, is an opportunity to fulfill your goals. How would you even know yourself if it wasn't for a struggle or an experience? How would you know that? Anybody can talk a good game. So these are only opportunities, and learning can be painful, but you cannot beat the blessings. You must have faith first in yourself. You get 2 for 1. When you have faith in yourself, you have faith in God. You get 2 for 1 because I am. So if I am, just be. Everybody else have an opinion. And I'm going to tell you something about opinion in a minute. So keep your ears open now. You're going to say, oh, that's Siddiqui, he's something else. But that's right. I'm more than human. See, I done took my mind to another level. I'm more spiritual now than human. That's why they say be in this world, but not of it. Transform and renew your mind. That's an independent or individual obligation and responsibility to raise your consciousness to another level and not stay in this popularity contest trying to win people over, but force their hand to gravitate towards you. And we got to stop gravitating towards them when they are empty, when they're confused, when they're sickly, when they're stumbling all over the place. It doesn't matter who it is, it's what it is. Remember we used to say that? Hey, what it is. We need to go back to that because it's always what it is. So we must also understand that your faith will always be tested and tried. And so what do I mean by that? When you're tested and tried, you might not even see clearly. You might not even see everything clearly, when your faith is tested and tried. But the real deal of it all is to overcome everything through yourself. Remember, as within, so without. So don't tell me I don't know you like that. If I see what's going on with you on the outside, my spiritual apprehension, my spiritual understanding will take me there. A lot of people say, you don't know me like that. If it's only one mind, if I know my mind, I know your mind. So if you tell me you don't know me like that, that lets me know that you don't know you like that. That damn Siddiqui, he always got something to say. Yeah, but it's not what I say, it's what I'm saying. Everybody want to kill the messenger instead of listening to the message. Because God can use anybody to bless you. But we don't look at each other as a blessing. We look at all others. The ones who tampered with our soul and made us something that we are not. So we want to give our honor to them instead of giving our honor to the Creator and our ancestors. So understand that you will be tested and tried. That's just life. The struggle goes on as long as you're here. So the question is, do you believe in your efforts? Do you? Oh, I'm trying. Well, trying is generic. It can be anything. Just do it. Nike stole our saying, because I remember when we was little, we used to say that, man, just go ahead and do it. Now Nike adopted that, like they always do, steal everything about us because we turn our backs on it, and they take it and put it on a T-shirt and make billions on it. Just do it. Well, we need to go ahead and just do it. Stop playing with ourselves and each other. Just do what you know. If you don't appreciate what God has already given you, why should He bless you with more? We have to be more grateful and more humble. We have to show an appreciation for being here. We have to honor our mother and our fathers that our days would be long. Do yourself a favor. Come on, let's get real. Let's start showing more love and respect for ourselves than ever before. Let's connect with the spiritual ancestors more than ever before, because we are the ancestors having a human experience. But we must keep our connection with the spiritual ancestors, which are the ones before us, which we call our parents, our relatives, people that we're familiar with, that really motivated and inspire us, or we can reflect back on, how they were, and it'll lift your spirit. So we must understand that the first law of nature is self-preservation. Self-preservation, which means, can you keep on moving while the storm is going on? Now, some storms have faces. And that's why through life you have to always draw a line and never allow yourself to go below that line. Never, ever. Because if you do, there's danger. Shame on them the first time, shame on me every time after that. We say that, but we don't believe it. Brothers, family, we have to make sure that we are on the right path, that we understand our journey, that we even understand the purpose of us being here, which is to fulfill our purpose and to create a legacy that will last for generations to come. But unfortunately, most people glad so-and-so is gone. Well, none but a hellraiser. Yeah. But the pitiful part also about that too is most people are not acknowledging the messenger until the messenger is gone. Now the messenger can't speak to you no more. So now we around here, where all the leaders at? Well, you should have been developed into a leader while they were here, because they, showed you and told you what's the problem. The leadership is always within. That's why we got to man up and woman up. Now, is your faith in yourself, or is your faith in others who have negative opinions? Is it? Is your faith in others who are always negative? They always have negative opinions. Now, let me tell you about the opinions. I told you I was going to get to that. Now, I want you to listen very carefully. I know you might get mad and upset, but I don't have no control over your feelings. I'm here to tell the truth. I'm here to really enforce the laws and not change the laws. So opinions is something that God blessed us all with. But you must tell the truth about the matter. God gave us an opinion just like he gave everybody an asshole. Oh, Siddiqui, You shouldn't have said that. Yeah, well, I'm real. Our ancestors were real. That's why when you came in their presence, you better have your act together because they did not play. They told you the way it was. They didn't dilute it. They didn't mix it. They didn't sweeten it because the truth is perfect the way it is. God gave everybody an opinion like he gave everybody an asshole. And you know what comes out of the asshole. She, it. And all she, it stinks. But some people are so immune to their she, it, they don't think they stink. But I guarantee you this, if you don't clean your she, it up, God will never enter that to that environment, into that environment. And that's why our ancestors always said, clean your she, it up. And be clean. So that so we can give God a reason to enter into our home. And some people be standing in the she, it for so long it dries up, so now they stuck. I mean, all laughs is not funny. But sometimes you have to laugh, before you end up going crazy. You can see life is simplicity. Things can be so simple that we just automatically make it difficult. Oh, that's too easy. Oh, that's too simple. That can't be true. Really? We need to reevaluate ourselves. The whole essence of ourselves need reevaluation. And we need to go into this year on the good foot, 2021. They said that 2020 was the worst year of all times. For real? No, they were just opportunities to get yourself together by God slowing everybody down to give them an opportunity to reevaluate themselves, to recuperate, to rethink, to revise their style, their ways. In Kwanzaa, the end of the year into the new year, the universal principles is ours. This is not a religion. We need to adopt those principles. It doesn't matter what religion you are. And don't forget, religion is man-made. So that's come from a basis of spiritual apprehension, spiritual understanding. As I say, understanding is two words, under and stand. Once I know what's under what is standing, then I know the situation. So we have to get into the beginning of words. They always give it to us in the end or in the middle where it's been diluted and everything. No, I want to see it in the beginning. So building starts from the inside out. Faith is built from the inside out. And you can almost know that learning can be painful, but you can't beat the blessings. Remember what we used to say, or we still say, no pain, no gain? So why when the pain comes, we give up and give in? Because we don't believe it. We're cowards. You won't even challenge yourself. So why would you challenge me when you won't even challenge yourself? That's what you call a straight coward, and God can't use cowards. And you can't fool God. So faith in yourself is the goal to balance. Faith creates balance. And we all over the place, stumbling all over the place, bumping into each other, stepping on each other's toes. You got the man and the woman who's married and so forth. They don't have a clue of who they are. They talking about 50-50. How can you be 50-50 when nothing under the sun is 50-50? Everything is 100. I'm 100% man. I'm not 50% man and 50% woman. She's not 50% woman and 50% man. You got to be all man and all women. And the children got to be all children until they come of age. But we must develop them into their man and womanhood. And if you don't, you'll see what's going on today. And now we blaming them. That's what you call a coward move. We got to always deal with reasons and whys. But we want to skip over that and become emotional and pointing the finger. That's not fair. So we must know that faith the size of a mustard seed can move mountains. You know how big that tree become off of this one of the smallest seeds? That big shaded tree? From the smallest seed, the mustard seed. And look at the buildings. Even let's look at the Empire State Building. That came from a thought, and all thoughts are seeds. But you can't put that big building back in your head. That's how powerful and how big a thought can be. So be careful what you think. Be careful what you believe. Be careful what you're feeling. Because the wise man goes by what he knows, not what he feels. Solomon was the most wise man at that time, but God had to straighten him out because Solomon said, God, it looked like everybody having fun. Look at them. They partying and they laughing and joking and having fun, drinking and all of that. And God told him, above all thy getting, get understanding, because you can be a wise fool. Understanding is the key to it all. Know what's under what is standing, which is the roots. We used to be deep-rooted people, now we're surface people, based on emotions. Be careful with the pimps in the pulpit. I don't care whether you're a Christian, a Muslim, or a Hebrew, or a Buddhist, or whatever. All of that stuff is man-made. There was no such thing as religion in the beginning. There was only life. So let's get back to our reality, which we are life, housed in this 2% body that would go right back to the earth. Always put earthly things in your body, which came from the earth. Let the food from the tree be your meat. Let the herbs from the soil become the healing of the nation. We have to go back to that. That's why all these diseases going on. Viruses are going to be around forever. All animals got viruses. Corona. But now we got all these people allowing them to lick us in our mouth, and we kissing them, and we taking them to bed and bringing them to the dinner table. We as a people never even allow animals to come in our house. Now we have assimilated. Now everything the enemy get, we get. So now we can see who the enemy always was, because now we like that. Integration was one of the worst things for us. We needed to learn how to mind our business and do our thing by teaching them what civilization is. But they flipped is now we following them, and there's a heavy consequence, a heavy price to pay. I'm just being real, brothers and sisters. I know you don't want to hear that, family, but I'm telling you what I've been blessed with. I'm sharing with you. So the bottom line is we must always make sure that we enjoy the journey. I know it can be tough and rough, but that's all part of learning. You cannot beat the blessings. So let's do all we can to enjoy the journey together. We got in this mess together. We got to come out together. We have to Believe in ourselves, believe in our family, believe in our teachers, believe in our leaders, and believe in our nation. Why? Because we must have righteousness. We must base it on righteousness and the victories of our struggle. That's what faith is all about. So let's raise our consciousness, our family, and become the gods that we are. So with that in mind, Happy New Year, Happy New You, Happy New Journey. I love you, I bless you, and I want you to prosper. Keep your lights on and keep them bright at all times. Stay strong and keep your faith where it belongs. Do your best and let God do the rest. You got to know when to hold and know when to fold, but you got to guard your heart to do that. And some people you just have to step off from. You don't have to get mad about it. Do it because you know that's the right thing to do. You're a team player. If they don't want to be a part of the team, that's their choice. You don't have to be mad. They're the ones that's mad. So bless yourself by doing the right thing. Have faith in yourself. Because if you have faith in yourself, you have faith in God. You get 2 for 1. When you look in the mirror, there it is. Happy new life, family. And know that our Creator and our ancestors want the best for us always. Peace and blessings. Hotep.